Nudged presents The Story of Crime and Punishment by A.B. Yehoshua. Narrated by Leighton Pugh. 1. More than 150 years ago, in the Russian city of St Petersburg, lived a handsome and intelligent student named Rodion Raskolnikov. This young man had fallen on hard times, and now lived in a tiny rented room, bare as a coffin. His clothes were patched and tattered. From time to time he was able to cobble together enough money to pay for food. Because he was a proud young man, being poor made Raskolnikov quite depressed, and the depression only made matters worse. He stopped going to classes at the university, dropped the tutoring lessons he gave to earn his keep, stopped seeing friends. And because he had not paid his rent for months, he was afraid to leave his room for fear of running into his landlady. Raskolnikov's mother and his beautiful sister, Dunya, lived in a distant city. They too were in dire straits, and to support herself and her mother, Dunya worked as a servant in the home of a Russian noblewoman. But her days in that job were numbered. The head of the household, a sly and immoral man named Svidrigailov, kept trying to convince Dunya to become his lover, which meant betraying the trust of his wife, the lady she worked for. To support himself, or at least to relieve his hunger, Raskolnikov would pawn whatever valuable objects he still owned, things he inherited from his father, a gold watch, a medallion, a silver chain, and other possessions. He would take these things to the apartment of an old woman, a wicked and stingy pawnbroker, to whom poor people would bring items of value in exchange for the loan of a few roubles. If the poor people did not return the loan within a certain time, the pawnbroker would sell their things and keep the money. In the pawnbroker's apartment also lived her younger half-sister, Lizaveta, whom the older woman did not love, and would sometimes even beat. Lizaveta was a bit strange and simple-minded, but unlike her nasty, stingy sister, she was a kind-hearted person, and well-liked by others. Because the old woman was so tight-fisted and barely gave her half-sister enough money to live on, Lizaveta would earn a few extra pennies by repairing the clothes of neighbours and acquaintances. It was widely known that the old woman...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?